Hello friends, my name is Hadassah Treu. I'm an award-winning Christian author, blogger and poet. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about God giving us a crown of beauty instead of ashes. Have you wondered how is it possible for God to give us a crown of beauty instead of ashes? It has been nearly 2 years since the greatest loss in my life. I woke up one morning before church with an icy ball in my stomach, with a spirit of heaviness and despair, and with the urge to cry, although no tears were coming out of my eyes. I just wanted to go again to bed and to continue to sleep and maybe dream of my love, and be with him at least in my dreams. 2 years. It has been 2 years of living a life I didn't choose for myself and I didn't want. With the unexpected death of my husband and best friend, I lost the things that I cherished most after my relationship with God. I lost my family that made me secure and protected. I lost my godly husband and my best friend. I lost my future together with him and my beautiful nest in the lovely country of Austria. So many unbearable losses. Every day I long for his companionship, for the daily ordinary moments of living together with him. I simply miss his presence, which was an integral part of my life. Loneliness became my constant companion. Even when I'm among people and bathing in their voices and presence, I feel alone. Sometimes I keep talking about my loss, about my grief, but people don't respond, and it's obvious that this makes them feel awkward. Nearly every day I ask God, how can I live without Thomas? And do you have a future for me? And what does it look like? In my grief, the most difficult thing to imagine is my future, because all my hopes, dreams and expectations died. The loss cut with them with the sharp knife of permanent separation. So on that particular morning, I went through the motions to preparing for church, and I asked God to give me hope, strength, to send me some comfort, to talk to me personally during the service. He did. The pastor talked about the story of Ziklag, which we found in 1 Samuel chapter 30. David and his men returned to the city of Ziklag only to find it burnt down to ashes by fire and their wives and their children taken captive. Ziklag was in ashes and the dearest things to these men were gone. So it's no wonder that the men turned bitter in spirit and were greatly distressed, to the point they wanted to stone David, giving him the blame. So what do we do when everything we cherished has turned to ashes? Do we follow the example of David's men, or do we follow David's example, who found strength in the Lord his God, as it is said in this particular chapter? I need to admit that there were days when I acted and reacted like David's men, allowing hopelessness and despair to enter my soul. But also there were days when I looked up to the Lord and found strength in him. I searched for comfort and guidance in the scripture. I poured out my painful emotions to him in prayer. And most of all, I reminded myself that God has been faithful to me in the past. Yes, he has been faithful to me. He has been faithful to Thomas. He has brought so much redemption, restoration and healing to our lives and to our marriage. I have seen beauty arising from the ashes, and I want to see it again. We finished the service on that day singing a song saying, Christ is enough, I have everything in you, Jesus. I sang this song with hot tears burning down my cheeks, and I felt this icy ball in my stomach that it began slowly to melt down. I asked the Lord to make this bold statement a reality in my life. I wanted to be able to say in my loss and grief with total conviction that Christ is enough and that He is my shepherd, so I lack nothing. I left church this day daring to trust the Lord that He would give me a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and the garment of praise instead of the spirit of despair, according to Isaiah 61:3. Because His will for me was and always is to bring me from destruction to restoration and from loss to victory. My Siklag may lay down in ashes, but God is able to resurrect my life and bring unfathomable beauty of healing and restoration out of the ashes. I believe He is able to take my broken heart and reshape it to something more beautiful and more stronger than ever. So what losses do you face today? Can you trust the Lord to bring restoration and healing? If you have found this video helpful and inspiring, I would be happy if you like it, comment it and share it. Thanks a lot for watching, friends. Till next time.